I'm getting old. Our next performer is one of my favorites. Everyone on this show is a pleasure to work with. They're people I just have known for a while, and and many of you have actually I think we've all, lived things with her. She writes humorous books about spirituality. She's still recovering from her days as a reporter and news anchor in Chicago, and she likes Tito's and Star Wars because of her son. Please welcome Jenniffer Weigel!
I love this. So cute. The Tito's, my son doesn't drink the Tito's. That's mommy juice in my house. Thank you very much. Yes, so recovering reporter. I actually got my start as a traffic reporter. Traffic and weather together. Imagine saying outbound Kennedy to O'Hare 6 times an hour. I had to say that so many times I thought I was going to jump off a cliff. But actually, it's kind of exciting this time of year because they start to mess with the traffic reporters and their scheduling because they take vacations. Vacations are coming up, right? It's the holidays. And it always cracks me up as a former traffic reporter when they play musical chairs with your favorite reporter and you're like, oh, and like the hip-hop chick gets slated onto NPR where everyone sounds like they're in a library. And now with the traffic, here's Sarah Thomas. Outbound Kennedy is like really bad. Seriously, inbound disaster. Like if you can, like take a divvy bike or something, can you call in? Because I would. I remember I told my dad I was going to be a traffic reporter, and he was like, "What? A traffic reporter?" Like I said I was going to be a hooker or something. Actually, I think he had a worse reaction when I told him that I was getting a condo. You're getting a mortgage? Well, yeah, Dad, I just got married. I think I can handle a mortgage. Kiddo, marriage is one thing. A mortgage, it's for life. You can't get out of those. You know, Sandrell's parents were married 35 years. Mine were married 35 times. I was in all of my parents' weddings, except the first one because I hadn't been born yet. I got my first wedding out of the way. Woo! I was married for 13 years, though. It's actually a record in my family, like dating back to the 1920s. I had the longest marriage so far in Weigel history. Hoot! But when I started dating again after getting divorced a few years ago, I was really rusty. Really rusty. I mean, when I last was dating, I drove a stick-shift car, okay? I checked my answering machine with my MCI calling card from the payphone to give you an idea of how long ago this was. So now it's like swipe to the right and Facebook and FaceTime and all this crap. So I needed to get a tutorial on how to date again. So I wrote this story for the Chicago Tribune and I interviewed this expert. So apparently there's some do's and don'ts. In the don'ts column, when going on a date, you should not grab the go-to item for most divorced people, which is sweatpants, and wear those on the date. Damn it. Well, I mean, you can wear sweatpants. You're just not going to get laid. You're going to get laid. Just not by anyone you ever want to see ever again, ever. Ever. In the do's column, actually, you need to, if you're going to go on Match and not just like Tinder, swipe to the right or whatever, you have to have a well-written profile. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm a writer, I can do this. But the thing is, I could not write my profile. I had a total writer's block on this. So I thought, okay, well, who knows me best? My kid. And he's 5. So if he writes my profile, that'll be hilarious. Hey, sweetie, what do you like most about mommy? I like it when you make me mac and cheese and when you give me fire trucks. Oh, and I like it when you wear dresses and not your sweatpants. Damn it. Sweatpants conspiracy. Okay, so there it is. My profile was penned by my kindergartner and I posted it online. Apparently, a sense of humor doesn't translate into your online profile. The first date was with this dude. I am not kidding you when I tell you he Purelled my hand before he would shake it. I'll give you a minute to think of how awkward that moment was for both of us. Could you imagine sex with that dude? He'd probably Lysol everything below the waist. Like, hold on. Want some pie? Then there was this guy, we were driving to dinner. Okay, problem number 1, I'd known him 15 minutes and he was in my car. I made a lot of mistakes early on, I'll admit it. But anyway, as we're driving, he's like, you know, the way you're gripping that steering wheel, it's really turning me on. Do you mind if I touch myself while we drive? was like, if you don't mind my pushing you out of a moving vehicle, cool, go for it. And then there was Dennis. He claimed he was a captain in the military. Showed up to dinner in full naval uniform. Claimed he'd just come from graduation at Great Lakes Naval Academy, but I kind of think the more he talked, he just stopped by a costume shop. Because this dude was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm 42, I've never been married. Oh, and I'm a virgin. I believe that intercourse is a sacred act between a husband and wife when it's blessed by Jesus. Oh, but I like to have a good time, if you know what I'm saying. I'll do everything else. Everything. Oh, okay, so, if you put your tongue on a woman's vagina, that's okay with Jesus. And like, if she puts her tongue on your penis, that's all cool. But like that sacred act of intercourse, we gotta draw the line somewhere. I just wish that people who love Jesus would act a little more Jesus-y. Intelligent, tolerant, loving, non-judgmental. You know, there are some historians that believe Jesus had a twin brother. Seriously, his name was Thomas. It was on PBS, so it has to be true. No, but that's where they got the saying doubting Thomas from, because apparently he was really negative. Like, oh no, guys, we shouldn't go into that cave. I mean, wouldn't you be negative if you were Jesus' twin brother? I mean, it's bad enough having a brother or sister that can do anything, but being the twin of Jesus, the dude who turns water into wine, imagine growing up as that guy. Oh, hey, you guys, the party can start. Jesus is here. Forget it, it's just Thomas. Again. Oh, come on, you guys, I'm fun too. I brought a keg. Who wants a beer? I know it's not wine, but hello? All right, I'll leave. Jesus. Oh, don't tell my brother I said that, all right? I can't get a break. God damn it. Sorry, Dad. Thanks very much, everybody. Jen Weigel.